laborers in Indian industries. It means that what was the position of laborers in 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 Indian industrialist. Okay, how laborers faced the problem in a Indian industrialist understand after the independence. Okay, before the independence also workers face a lot of trouble. Let us find out the problems of the workers in Indian industries. From 1850 onwards, in India too, industries started using the machines, which are called machine-based industries. Okay, industries using the machines are called machine-based industries. So machine-based industries had set up in India from 1850 onwards. The biggest industry at that time in India was spinning and weaving of textiles. Textile industries related to the spinning and weaving was the biggest industry started in India. At that time in India, by 1905, around 2.25 lakh laborers worked in textile industries. How many? 2.25 lakh laborers were in textile industries. In addition to this, 1.5 lakh workers engaged in jute industry and 1 lakh workers engaged in coal industries. This many, this much of workers are engaged in all these industries. When industries started in India, then the farmers, laborers, artisans who were in the villages, they started migrating to the cities. Many lakhs of artisans, many lakhs of artisans, laborers relating to the agriculture, farmers relating to the agriculture started migrating from village to cities in the search of employment because industries provided a great employment for these people who had come from the villages. Then after, along with these people, in the course of time, the relatives of the workers who already migrated from villages to cities also started. That means relatives, uh, then neighbors, friends also started migrating to the cities where industries were set up. A number of laborers in the cities increased. They arranged their settlements, that what you call tenements of labors. It means the settlements of labors have started around the factories. There were many factories in cities. So the factories in cities need of labor. So the people who are in villages without employment and certain workers who worked earlier in agriculture who do not find definite employment in a rural area also migrated towards cities. So in this way we see there was a crowd of workers in what you call cities. Many of the workers have arranged their settlements nearby the factories. Understand? So around this time, several places turned to important cities of industries. Those are Kanpur, Mumbai. Which one? Kanpur, Mumbai in Maharashtra. Then Ahmedabad in Gujarat, Kolkata in West Bengal, Chennai in Tamil Nadu, Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh. These are the large industrial sites where number of industries were established. And let us see that the working conditions in industries. How were the work conditions in industries? Okay, in the early phase before to the independence, that work began in industries at dawn in the mills. What do you mean by dawn? Before the sunrise. Okay, that means work started in industries from dawn to dusk, from sunrise to sunset. There was no stoppage between this time. Work started with the sunrise and ended with the sunset. Understand? You see that how hard working conditions. Laborers working in industries, they started early in the morning. They woke up and started moving to the mills. All men, women, children, they were at industries and factories before the sunrise. Okay, once the work is started on the machines, there was no question of stopping the machines till the what to call sunset, and there were no breaks, that what to call lunch hour. There were no lunch hours. Instead, there were no fixed breaks. Okay, once the work started, it continued without a break till the end of the day by the sunset. Understand? So here we find there were no fixed breaks. They did not give time for lunch also. Understand? Laborers would eat their food in 15 to 20 minutes. That means few laborers who go for taking meals, they were assigned they assigned their work to other laborers. Okay, after completing their meals, then they should look after and carry the work of other laborers earlier who had seen the work of these laborers who had completed their lunch. It means that owners wanted that there should not be stoppage, and there was no separate place for lunch. You see that how worst conditions at that time in industries. Instead, there was no separate place for eating. Understand? Today in industries we find a rest hours. There is a canteen for workers in industries today. But in those days, there was no rest room. There was no drinking water supply. There was no separate place for eating. Okay. All the laborers, they have gone for facing and exposed to the heat while working with the machines, and they suffered with the humidity, and they were exposed to the noise generated by the machines, dust and suffocation in the mills. There was no fresh air in the mills. You know, while working with the machines, they they exposed to the smoke generated from the machines, and loud noise also disturbed them. They were exposed to the very heat generated by the machines. Their work completes when the sun sets. Understand? Only when sunset it is the end of the work. Why it is the end of work with the sunset? Because at that time there was not possible to see. Understand? As the light ends, it becomes dark, so that they cannot carry the work. At that time there was no electricity. Keep in mind, there were no tube lights and bulbs to give the water light. So work started with the beginning of the sunrise, that is giving the light, and ended with the water sunset as the light ends. So dawn to dusk, there was no, that means sunrise to sunset, there was no breaks in the work, understand? And that would go for months. Even Sunday also not holiday. Even every week holiday was not allowed. Today we see that Sunday is a holiday for workers working in industries, right? In those days there was no holiday. Holiday was not allowed, and they were given holiday for only major festivals of the year. It is maybe Dasra, maybe Diwali, like these are the major festivals. So for these festivals they have given holiday instead, and it is not possible to work every day of the year, because sometimes some of the workers have what you call suffered with the health problems. Sometimes they fell ill and had to attend the family duties. Workers are not only the workers of industries, they have to carry the other duties, being what you call leader of their family. They have to carry their family duties instead. So people also got exhausted by the hard work and tired of monotonous work. What is by monotonous? Same kind of work every day, same kind of work, without break, without rest, without holiday. So with this kind of continuous work, there the people tired of, and they exhausted. That means their energy levels are gone. Understand? But here, if they did not go to work, what would have happened? That day wages were cut from their wages. Understand? Every day they have to work. If they did not go for work, what would happen? That day they lost the wages. Understand? Right? In those days, payment was made in proportion to the amounts of goods produced. That means if the goods are produced, then only the payment is paid. Understand? Owners laid the conditions in industries, as much as you make. That means as much as labors could work, that much will be paid. Sometimes if something is went wrong by machines, not by labors, okay, keep in mind that if something went wrong in industries by machines, with what? By machines. See, something went wrong with the machines, or due to the shortage of supply of raw material, then it was made by labors. That means the owners have gone for cutting down the wages of the labors were present with industries, but they were idle due to the shortage of raw material, or maybe something problem in the machines. Understand? So the fault of the machines also, what to call imposed, that was the fault of the machines also given to the workers. How cruel owners were there. Understand? See, as the raw material was insufficient, then the work has to stop, because the cloth is produced by cotton, so raw cotton is needed to the producing cotton. If cotton supply is delayed, then how the machines will run? Right? There is shortage of raw material, and that is a delay of the cotton supply, and that delay also what to call given to the workers. If there was a problem by machines, and shortage of raw material, that also they given to the workers. That means at that time they cut the wages of the workers. Understand? There was delay in getting the raw material, and that also because workers were idle. See, workers were idle, but they were not allowed to go and do other work outside the industries to earn some income. They were made to stand in industries idle. Understand? That fault also they what to call given to the laborers. Understand? They were not responsible. Workers were not responsible for the fault of the machine, but they beard the what you call the what you call the beard they become responsible for the fault of the machines. Instead, sometimes mill owners have gone for cutting the labor's wages. Instead, see, laborers were not given fixed income. For example, their wages per month is 10,000. There was no guarantee of getting fixed income in every month, because due to the fault of machines, wages were cut down. If there was shortage of raw material, their wages were cut down. Understand? So every month their wages of the laborers were not given fixed one. Okay, at the end of time also, mill owners did not give full payment to the laborers. For example, the laborers working for 10,000 rupees, then by some deductions, it is 8,000. For example, imagine, okay, if 8,000 to be paid at the end of the month, owners did not pay full payment, that is 8,000. They kept a certain amount with them because they wanted that labor should continue in the work of their industries. If full payment is made, what would happen? Laborers may move to other factories where wages are good. See, that way also not given to the laborers. Understand? So laborers were forced to take half of the wages of the month. Understand? Here we see that owners have gone for keeping some money till the end of the next month. Okay, by next month 4,000 of the previous month, and this month 4,000 was collectively given, and in this month again 4,000 was retained, what to call kept with the owners. Understand? This is the situation of the laborers. And why this situation was made by owners? Because they wanted laborers should not leave the work, and they should not go away from the work. Understand? If they go away from the work, then the owners will suffer. Understand? So laborers also did not dare. What happened if they go? They have to lose what to call that remaining amount of wages with the owners. Okay, that is earlier months wages were struck with the owners. So laborers did not dare to give up the half amount which was struck with the owner. Understand? And in addition to these, there were penalties and fines on the laborers. Owners of the factories, they have gone for what to call collecting fine from the laborers for the smallest reasons. Suppose if they would have come 1 minute late, then there would be deduction, that is cut in the wages. Okay, if the cloth got what to call what to call split. See, if the cloth damaged by the machines, then the wages were cut. Understand? See, for the smallest reasons. Understand how cruel are industrial owners. See, if laborers came late, then wages were cut. Okay, if the cloth damaged by machine, then also it was cut. Okay, and if the what you call owners thought that laborers were not working sincerely, though laborers working sincerely, if owners thought that workers are not showing sincerity in the work, there would be fines. All these are the cruel methods. Understand? There would be fines, and they were deducted from their month's wages. Every month's wages were cut down by the smallest reasons. Understand? All the laborers, men, women, children, they had to work in such a hard conditions for 14 hours in summer, 12 hours in winter. Winter we see that the daytime will be less, so 12 hours is the winter time without break. You think that how it is critical. Even women and what you call children also, they were made to work for 12 hours without break in winter and 14 hours in summer. Understand? So this is a cruel exploitation by industrial owners from the what you call labors. They did not give what you call freedom to the labors to develop. Instead, they wanted labor should be at a poor level. Okay, they want that labor should work always in the position of labor only. Understand? So something new situation started from 1880 onwards. How long the laborers bear this kind of exploitation, right? How long they become the victims to the exploitation. They what to call their patience has gone, working in the harsh working conditions, and there was ill treatment towards workers, and inhuman treatment was given to the women workers also. Foreman, who is the leader of some group of workers, used to kick to the women and children for smallest reason. Such a inhuman treatment was given to the workers. Workers, what to call, faced all these atrocities, real working conditions, as they were financially insecurity. Understand? Though workers faced this much of trouble, there was no security of the job. Owners could terminate any time workers. So there was no security of the job. Even workers were not intimated while terminating from the job. Okay. And by 1880, the working conditions increased due to the invention and electricity. Instead, their electric bulbs, okay, electric bulbs were invented. Look at here, electric bulbs. As the bulbs were as the bulb invented, then bulbs they used and fitted in the mills. Now the bulbs can give light after the sunset also. So the working hours increased due to the fitted bulbs. Okay, the hours of work increased. Understand? And now it was not necessary to stop work by the sunset, as the bulbs are providing light. Understand? So 14 hours of work in summer and 12 hours of work in winter increased to 15 hours without any stoppage, without any break. Understand? So is it possible for workers to work without any break? Are they machines to work without any break, without taking lunch? Right? These all the workers were treated like machines by the industrial owners, because industrial owners wanted to produce as much as large quantity. With that, they want to earn much more profit, and they did not look for the welfare of the workers. Okay, even the workers who died at the time of work, they were thrown out of the employment. Understand? Such a inhuman treatment was made with the workers. Workers, what to call it, owners, they did not show kindness on the workers. Understand? Such a terrible conditions workers faced. Understand? Here we see that, look at this figure 16.7. What do you see here? Women, children, men, all they started early morning walking towards mills for many miles. You know, some of the workers, they did not go home because it was late in returning to the factories as they go home. So many of the workers, they slept on the floor of on the floor in the mills. Understand? By next morning, they used to go on washing their face, eating a small bread, and continuing their work. Understand? So such a cruel conditions workers faced, and given what to call profit by what to call giving their blood to the what owners. Owners have what to call suck the blood of the workers on the what to call efforts of the workers, and on the blood of the workers they have gone for what taking the what profit and enjoying the profit. Understand? Such a cruel conditions were there to the workers. Understand? Here we see that there were many hardships at work. Understand? That means there, on the top of their work, there was no security of employment. See, whenever mill owners got losses, then owners have gone for simply throwing out the workers. If the owners suffered loss, owners have gone for throwing the workers out of the employment. See, they have taken the total time of the workers for increasing the production, and they have not looked for the troubles of the workers. How cruel are these industrial owners? Instead, see, many of the workers were thrown out of the employment when owners were getting loss. When profit has come to owners, do you think that they shared their profit to the laborers? Nothing. Any time also profit was not shared to the workers. Understand? That was the situation of the workers. Understand? So these common people who have come from the village, and agriculture laborers who have come from the village in search of employment, in rural side, landowners what to call as looted these agriculture laborers and farmers, peasants. When industries started developing, these farmers, artisans, villagers in the village, they felt that they may get a good income by working in industries. When they have come to industries, there also they were looted. This is the position of the workers. Understand? You can know that the situation better. Now COVID-19 situation is there. During the COVID-19 situation at now, what is going on? Many workers were thrown out of the employment. Right? This many years they worked for many of the factories. Understand? In many of the what to call small companies, we see that workers were thrown out of the employment. Okay. So how the life will go on? uh, there the laborers are the what to call income earners for their family, right? If these 1.5 lakh workers and 2.25 workers working in textile industries, when they were thrown out of employment, you just imagine that how many families are thrown out of the what to call work, how many families are on the road. So very critical situation this one. Okay, so whenever profit has come to owners, they have not given share in the profit to the workers. So with these cruel working conditions and inhuman treatment and ill treatment towards workers made the workers to go against what to call worst and cruel working conditions. Laborers have started their what to call struggles